Ms. Douglas, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and fellow students. As many of my classmates can attest to, I have been looking forward to giving this final speech as SGA President since the moment I was elected. To me, being given the opportunity to summarize our past year here at STEM, as well as say goodbye to our school on behalf of my fellow seniors, is an honor and privilege I deeply cherish. However, as I sat down to write this speech, the enormity of the task hit me. To recall, describe, do justice to all that has transpired this past year. How do I even begin? So, I did what any typical STEM girl would do. I went on Facebook. And looking at my fellow students' Facebook photo albums provided the key to summarizing this incredible year. On September 2nd, 2010, the entire student body walked up to the front steps and was warmly greeted by Ms. Douglas on our first day back at STEM. Through those great wooden doors, the incoming sophomores, juniors, and seniors returned as older, wiser, sun-kissed versions of their previous school year selves. For the incoming freshmen, however, it was a whole new world. As most of us were running into each other's arms, hugging, laughing, non-stop chatting about our vacations, the freshmen tentatively spoke to one another, nervously trying to find their place behind those great wooden doors. Within a few short weeks, the traditional Hornet Jacket Day was upon us, and the freshmen's new school, new people anxieties quickly disappeared. Because if the Hornet Jacket tradition shows us anything, it's that every single girl who attends STEM is at heart a free spirit who thrives in spandex and exults in whatever green or yellow paint they can get their hands on. Carson Austin, head of Hornet Jacket Board, stepped up to the plate this year in a fashion unrivaled during my 4 years at STEM. The year-long competition between the Hornets and the Jackets kicked off on Friday, September 17th, as we all made our way to Larkin Field and laid eyes on two giant blow-up water slides. Our hearts told us madness was about to ensue. The two teams battled it out, supported by two killer themes, Jackets Around the World and the Hornet Divas. Our senior Jackets sported tribal face paint and decked themselves out in multicolored feathers. Our senior Hornets told us the party don't start till they walk in, and covered themselves in glitter galore. Those girls made up the finest bunch of Kesha impersonators I've ever seen. But, in all fairness, I'm slightly biased. As those early September weeks flew by, the annual all-school trip to Stratford, Ontario arrived. Boarding 4 coach buses, we all made the trek to Justin Bieber's hometown. The incredible fact that we were in the JV's hometown, walking the streets he had walked, eating ice cream where Justin Bieber ate ice cream, may have slightly overshadowed the fact that we were actually in Stratford to see a wonderful production of Shakespeare's As You Like It, which was just that, a truly wonderful production. The months of October and November were a blur of classes, projects, rehearsals, clubs getting into full swing, and sport practices. Just as all our days seemed like endless due dates, October 31st arrived, and we all paraded into the chapel, transformed magically into a Halloween treat with tiny orange lights giving off a warm glow. This year's Halloween skits conjured up the spirit of that 70s show, Pretty Little Liars, and 2 Spartan cheerleaders that would have done Will Ferrell proud. And how could any of us forget Senora Slingerland as the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland? Too cute for words. As our beloved city of Buffalo turned into a frozen tundra, the long, cold winter months at STEM were made endurable by the traditional hanging of the greens in early December and the highly anticipated December Day Dance. Under the ingenious direction of Jennifer Conowell and Lizzie Brew, we rocked and we rolled the night away in the study hall, surrounded by the likes of Elvis, Kiss, and I believe everyone's favorite vampire, Edward Cullen, even made an appearance. Bada boom, bada bing, January was upon us. We were back at STEM with the year halfway completed. For seniors, it was the dreaded month of college deadlines, and every other word uttered in the senior lounge was college this, college that. The pressure was intense, the stress palpable. Finishing up the last of our college applications, we found refuge in a childhood comfort. Coloring pictures of Disney princesses in giant Disney coloring books. Why were we drawn back to the lights and fantasies of our childhood? Well, because the seniors were off to the magical land where dreams come true, Disney World. And presto, like magic, we said goodbye to CommonApp.org and hello to Mickey Mouse. March ended with the much-needed rest and relaxation that comes with spring break. Returning from vacation, the seniors found themselves with only a month left in STEM. That month evaporated in the blink of an eye between APs, final exams, and other projects. Senior internships began the month of May, and we all had our own unique experiences. Some entered in the field they wished to pursue, gaining invaluable experience. Others were scarred for life, as Gabby Thompson so eloquently described her days working with her dad and witnessing an explosion of, well, best I spare you gory details. The final Hornet Jacket point battle was the lip-syncing contest putting on the hits, and the competition was fiercer than ever. Sophomore Giselle Bennett had both teams on their feet cheering as she brought down the house, lip-syncing performance of Lady Gaga's Born This Way. Another highlight, Mr. and Mrs. Hopkins. Lip-syncing and dancing the hit song from Grease, You're the One That I Want. Mr. and Mrs. Hopkins, you gave Olivia and John a run for their money. And you gave the rest of us an unforgettable mental image we will continue to replay. The competition ended with a heart-wrenching serenade by Margaret Bugle, dedicated to her one true love, Leonardo DiCaprio. Margaret, if things don't work out with you and your current boyfriend, Prince Harry, just send Leo that video and he'll realize his heart can't go on without you. In between all these amazing events, from classes to dances, from laughter to tears, from days of stress and challenge to days of exhilarating highs and memorable accomplishments that we have all experienced, I blinked, and it's Class Day 2011. Today I face the fact that next school year, I won't stand at this podium every morning. I won't be able to tell you the day's events, to announce what's for lunch, wish you a great day, and send you off to your classes. Saddest of all, I won't see your faces, especially the faces of my fellow seniors. I'm so grateful for my days here at SEM and being in this extraordinary place with all of you. For my final act as SGA President, I have the honor of addressing each class individually, hoping to impart a word or two of insight and advice. For the freshmen, most of you sit here today with mixed feelings about your first year. Some realize coming to STEM was the best decision you've made. Others, perhaps, still feel a little lost, a little unsure of how the remaining years may unfold. Truth be told, I was of the latter group my freshman year. But you have my word, things are about to change. This time next year, you will not be able to imagine your life without STEM. As sophomores, your knowledge of all the school has to offer will grow clearer, your circle of friends will expand, and all of STEM will become like family. Take full advantage of every day, from the most mundane to the most challenging. And I promise the following 3 years will be unforgettable. To the sophomores, take a moment and remember class day last year. Can you picture the freshman version of yourself? Could you have ever have imagined how much you could grow, learn, and love in the span of one short year? I wish I could tell you junior year was going to be a breeze. That you will go to bed at a reasonable hour every night. That you will not shed one tear over homework, a test, or a paper due the next day. But I can't do that for you. What I can do is tell you that junior year is, without a doubt, the most fast-paced, heart-thumping year at STEM. Don't miss a minute of it. It will test every fiber in you, bring out the best in you, and unite your class like no other year. Hang on, it's going to be worth it. For the juniors, promise me you won't take a single day for granted next year. Don't fall into the trap of sitting in the senior lounge and saying, I can't wait for all this college stuff to be over. I can't wait for summer. Wishing away your final days. Yes, college application stress will take over the first part of next year. But your senior year is about so much more than that. It's your time to take the lead. It's about the people who have made each of your days here unique and fulfilling. It's your time to take the lead and bring our school to new heights. Do all that you are capable of, so that when you sit up here next year as seniors, you will have no regrets, just incredible accomplishments. And finally, for the fabulously wonderful, amazing, brilliant, the list of superlatives can go on forever, class of 2011. So much has happened to us in 4 years. Can I just go back and press the repeat button one more time? Dancing to African music freshman year, plowing through Mr. Schooley's European history class sophomore year, pulling all-nighters junior year, frantically trying to eliminate to be verbs from another critical analysis for Dr. Joplin. And then our senior year, college apps, senior naps in the lounge, and the final push to the academic end. From frightened freshmen to solid sophomores to jittery juniors, and finally, not just seniors, but sisters. 4 years out of a lifetime. The experiences of these 4 years will continue to guide, shape, and influence all that we do, all that we are, and all that we will become. As I look at my fellow seniors in these final moments of our senior year, to part now seems incomprehensible, but to remain together is impossible. Yet, in our hearts, let us be assured that wherever we may be, mid-joy or grieving, we will be never alone. Because the spirit of this school, the spirit of our years at Buffalo Seminary, and the spirit of our sisterhood will continue to guide us all the days of our lives. Finally, on behalf of the entire student body, I would like to thank all the members of the STEM community who are the heart and soul of this school. Because of each of you, we can all be each of us. We will make you proud, and we will never forget you. And now, with humility, a heavy heart, gratitude, and honor, I will leave this podium for the last time and say my final goodbye with a quote from President John F. Kennedy. As we express our gratitude